for you guys. And let me take you guys back to the beginning because you guys are gonna love this. I shit you not, even people like Beardo will love this because this is just insane to think about. So I'm gonna take us back over here and I'm gonna turn off my background music a little bit, but this is Nyara VT. Now Nyara VT is a very interesting person, to say the least. Just to play a little bit of this clip that I did download, I do have, because I always like to remind people who Nyara is.
And it's always like so interesting that these people are like obsessed with age of consent, with like consent in general, but then they have like takes of how intersex people need to.
That's all you really need to know. Nyara is a transgender VTuber that likes to go out there and virtue signal about a lot of insane things. That is what Nyara is known for. Nyara also assisted in the cancellation attempt of Kirsha, trying to get her removed from GamerSupps, trying to get her removed from all sorts of other things. Nyara is not a good person. Nyara is a very extremely vile individual that will go out of their way to try to destroy other people for no reason or perceived wrongdoings. Nyara was one of the individuals that were very proudly going out there trying to claim that Kirsha was a neo-Yahtzee and all sorts of nonsense when she obviously wasn't. A simple Google search of her and an actual like breakdown of who she is disproves any of that. Well, I bring all this up because Nyara dropped a doc today. And we're going to go over it. It's not a 93-page Google doc that I had to read one recently. Oh god, that still haunts my soul. No, Nyara put out this, and I'm just gonna read this to you guys real quick. Then we'll get into the Google Doc because you guys are gonna laugh that somebody who assisted in a takedown attempt of somebody they tried to claim as a neo-Yahtzee admits to this. Hi everyone, as a creator who is very vocal about trans rights and calling out bigotry, I want to address and apologize for my own series of bigoted tweets from 2 years ago. Please find my full statement at the link below. I'm sorry. So we come over here, and this is not that big of a thing. I know it says 2 out of 11. It's super quick because all it does is show what he said. I'm not going to be nice to this guy. This is funny. This is funny. Cloud, this is a beautiful Google Docie. Everybody's going to love this because this man is admitting to saying some really insane things. Hi, everyone. If you don't know who I am, and this is your first time seeing anything of me, hi, I'm Nyara. I'm a trans femme VTuber who has been very vocal during the past year about trans rights and bigotry in this space. However, 2 years ago, I was pushing the same sort of bigotry that I am now calling out and tried to downplay it as edgy jokes or dark humor back in March 2023. Back in March 2023. 2023. This was all going down in 2023. I posted a series of tweets that I am deeply ashamed of. I was ignorant, and when I rightfully faced backlash, I deflected, doubled down, and was insanely arrogant. After about a week, I started to realize that I've messed up, but instead of apologizing properly, I tried to provide context. Meanwhile, in reality, there is no amount of context that would ever make the things that I said okay. Considering that I have experienced so much love and support these past couple of months, I think it is only fair for me to own up to my past mistakes properly. The situation. Below you will find the screenshots that I still have saved from this period of time. In March 2023, I saw a series of tweets talking about how the term spirit animal, it gets so much worse, is cultural appropriation. The people talking about it were Native Americans, and I felt that I need to comment on it and justify the casual usage of the word by comparing it to the general animal spirit that appears in other cultures. I obviously was not qualified to speak about this, and it was out of a place for me to tell people who are affected to not gatekeep their culture. This is a man that tried to cancel people, mind you. This is a man that tried to cancel people over actual lies and full-on falsehoods. Oh, guys, it's so beautiful. When I faced backlash, rightfully so, because I have to do this, I played the victim. I cried cancel culture and called people who tried to educate me a hate mob. I didn't handle this situation well at all, and I started to believe that the woke left is out to get me, and by that, I made things worse. Instead of owning up to my mistakes, I made a racist remarks and I tried to justify said racism. I tweeted things like, you want to domesticate me so you can eat me. Or next they will start fighting me for playing with a dog because you shouldn't play with your food. And providing sources to be like, oh no, it's not racism because some cultures do eat dogs. Mind you, again, they try to cancel Kirsha for openly saying calling a kid an N-word is wrong. And for perceived neo-Yahtzee support that has no proof at all outside of a retweet of something she couldn't even tell was neo-Nazi stuff. This is beautiful. This is why I love Google Docs. Guys, this is why you never let these people trip themselves up, because they'll give you comedy like this. These are horrible, disgusting remarks, and I am incredibly ashamed of them. Using bigotry as a punchline is something that I have been calling out when it comes to transphobia, but at the time, I didn't care that I used the same BS to target a different minority. After 3 or 4 days, I tried to apologize for it. I say I tried to because I didn't take any meaningful accountability, but instead played the victim card, deflected and downplayed my actions. I made multiple tweets about how it stressed me out and caused me to have Minecraft thoughts, to the point where I posted about Minecraft harm. I even sent a picture of the Minecraft harm to a mutual creator at the time, which is something I deeply regret and would love to apologize for directly if ever given the chance. This person needs actual clinical help. This person needs to leave the internet. This person seriously needs to go speak to an actual therapist, because, oh my God, you're too tied in at this point in time. What the literal heck is wrong with you? You said funny jokes, according to you. And you, Jesus Christ. I justified my crash out with, I went too far, but the hate wasn't warranted, and so on. I feel like we've heard this before. I feel like we heard statements like this before. I went too far, but the hate wasn't warranted. I feel like we heard statements like this before. Whenever somebody calls him out over what he was saying to Kirsha, how he was trying to destroy Kirsha, or anything like that, and I know I was told to try to be a little bit more nicer to Nyara, but I really can't. You were trying to destroy somebody's entire life and career over perceived wrongdoings that were wrong, that were total falsehoods and fabrications by you, just to find out that you were doing the exact same things. And when you were getting called out there, you said the hate wasn't warranted, and these were hate mongers. You're using the exact same tactics that you used then. Seems like they realize what they did is wrong. In regards to this situation, I suppose it's to been seen whether they have actually changed or not. They haven't at all. Although I do not have the full 14 tweet long thread anymore, I'm sharing below screenshots that showcase some of the reactions to it. They make it clear that there was no real accountability, and instead an attempt to provide context to excuse my actions. This was wrong, but it took me a while to realize it. After this entire mess, I deleted my Twitter, left my Discord, and took a couple of months off of socials. I then started posting videos again on TikTok under a new name and made a new Twitter account around August 2023. In the past year, I have gotten more vocal about trans rights and built a community by giving a voice to those who are being suppressed, but I haven't made it up for the damage that I have caused to Native Americans who called me out and BIPOC in general. Jesus Christ. By the way, calling them Native Americans is also wrong. They are indigenous peoples. Thank you very much. If we want to get super testy on all this. So you're still doing a wrong thing, because technically I would be a Native American if we want to get super technical in all this stuff. That's not me claiming to be, you know, a tribal member or anything like that. That's the technical term here. In order to properly advocate for trans rights, I also need to uplift and understand the struggles of other communities that suffer the similar systemic issues. They don't. This is why I will continue doing everything I can to educate myself on these matters. I am deeply sorry for what I've done, and I wish that I could undo the hurt that I've caused. I do greatly appreciate the love and support this community has shown me, and I will continue to speak up. Although I do understand if people are disappointed in me, trust me, I am too. Nyara. Bro, seriously? I can't believe you even admitted to doing all this after what you did to Kirsha. And mind you, we got the screenshots. That's the majority of all this. This is so funny. So we only see a little bit. We don't eat pork. You only want to domesticate me so you can eat me. We don't eat pork. You prefer dogs? This is a real screenshot. You admitted to this. Stop being racist bigot, my girl, running your VTuber career before it even begins, ruining your VTuber career before it even begins. Watch them lose their mind. Damn, all that family X family and your genealogy really messed with y'all. Made a rage baiting video going after native VTubers who were dealing with, I don't even know what that is, who is a German VTuber who was being extremely racist to multiple races. This is who he should have focused on, but the way he reported it with his bias is clear. He is no better. This is beautiful. This is just proof that he was here, that he was doing this stuff. The worst thing you can do to me is tell me I'm wrong when I'm not. It triggers my CPTSD. What the hell is that? What is all this? This man. You admitted I definitely went too far, but the amount of hatred wasn't justified. It pushed me over the edge. I hope this clears things up. I'm sorry. Bro, imagine admitting to all this. Legitimately, imagine admitting to any of this after trying to destroy somebody for bogus claims, for lies, for full-on slander, for succeeding in getting at least one sponsor to drop her. Imagine coming out here after the fact and admitting to what you did previously on a separate account. And this was in 2023, mind you, when people were still getting canceled. You did all this. You acted this way, and now you're coming out and apologizing for it. Nobody knew this was even going on, but you did it. You're doing all this. You did this all. And it just brings me over to this quote tweet from Kirsch here that I'm serious. When I'm in a racism competition and my opponent is German. Love tech tone right here. I did not see that coming. I don't think anybody actually saw this coming. You came out here and fully admitted to being a racist while trying to cancel somebody for not being a racist, but you claiming they're a racist. And mind you, people are starting to circle the wagons to defend Nyara. Single-digit IQ individuals think taking accountability, expressing remorse, and then apologizing for past mistakes somehow makes you a terrible person. It's pathetic. That being said, it's time to shower Nyara. No. What people are pointing out are the hypocrisy. You still have these tweets up. You did all this while simultaneously trying to destroy somebody else for what you thought was the same thing. You try to ruin people's lives for actions that were taken similarly against you. People try to ruin your life for posting edgy jokes. That I have to be honest, that was funny. But people try to destroy your life. You were driven to the brink of wanting to Minecraft yourself. You don't think maybe Kirsha had the same thoughts? I'm not saying she did, but what I'm implying here is you did the exact same thing that you did, that was done to you, to somebody else over perceived wrongdoings that weren't even true or valid. And you thought this makes it all better. See ya, babe man. You thought this is all gonna right the ship and make people like you. No, people are now pointing and laughing at you because you admitted to doing hypocrisy at this point in time. You're just a massive hypocrite. And don't worry, guys, I got more on Nyara. Don't you worry, because this is beautiful to see this come out right now when we got another situation that Nyara was also a part in. But hey, stay tuned for that one. That's gotta be a glorious one.